What happens when you jump on a random bus in Morocco with no plans, no hotel, and no clue where you'll end up? This is awesome. Well, I did exactly that, so you don't have to. I navigated the entire journey on my own, jumping between trains and local buses, until I found myself in a town I had never even heard of. So let's see if this gamble actually leads to Morocco's best hidden gem or my biggest travel mistake ever. Good morning guys, and welcome back to this video. Welcome back to the scam capital of the world. As you can see right here, I'm just standing on the rooftop area of my hotel. I've shown you so many different parts of Morocco. First we went to the political capital called Rabat. Then we went to the blue city of Chefchaouen. Then we hitchhiked in the rural areas of the country. Then we went to Fez. Then I showed you the city of Marrakech, and then of course the mountainous village of Imlil. I have one night before I have to be in Casablanca, which is gonna be the last video, and I didn't know what to do today. And I still don't know, to be honest. I have no plans, zero plans for today. So I basically just know that I don't want to stay one extra night or one more night here in Marrakech. So the plan is basically to go to the bus station or the shared taxi station, and then I'm gonna choose a random destination or just ask some local people which place is good to go, and then just head that way. It's gonna be an exciting one because I have zero plans and no idea where I'm going to sleep, what I'm going to do, or what hour I'm actually going to reach whatever my destination is gonna be. Let's just walk down the small narrow stairs here. This is how they've made the second floor. Really beautiful. You can see the doors here are red. It almost looks like some kind of flower. Behind me you can see the main taxi and bus station here in Marrakech. Let's go inside. It's called, as you can see, Gare Routière Voyageur Marrakech. This is the inside of the bus station, as you can see here. You have different stores. Here you can buy tickets to different destinations. You can go to Beni Mellal, Ribat, Safi, Al Jadida. And if you look here, you have the pictures of the king and the Moroccan flag. The royal family of Morocco has been ruling the country for around 400 years. So I'm just looking at the map right now. Here you can see this is Marrakech, this is Safi, this is Jadida, and this is Casablanca. So obviously I should not go south of Marrakech because then it's going to be more difficult to reach Casablanca in the north, which is here. So I'm thinking about either going to Safi, Al Jadida, Satat, or maybe even just some random town on the way. You can see the bus behind me, which is going to the small city of Youssoufia. This is an unknown destination, almost no pictures on Google Maps. I have no plans, but we'll figure out. This is the ticket for the bus station or for the bus. As you can see, it was only 40 dirhams. And the plan now is, it's leaving in 1 hour around 12:30. So the plan is just to eat a little bit food and then go. Also, as you can see here guys, it is only local people who are taking this bus. No one else, only local people are taking this bus to this city. Because nobody actually visits this place in Morocco. It's very unknown, almost no pictures on the internet. So we are just going to see how is life at this place. And you can also see, as I told you before in the previous videos, that Morocco is known for the production of oranges and different kinds of citrus fruit. I just bought some food here. I haven't eaten breakfast, so I bought this sandwich with some meat inside and a cake and a box of milk. And let me tell you something, here in Morocco, they told me inside of the taxi stand here not to film the police or just not to film in the stand in general. And I don't really know why they have this rule, but obviously you have to obey the rule of the law and the law here in the country. So I'm basically just sitting in the bus right now towards Youssoufia. And let me show you something here guys. This is my legs. I'm around 6 foot or 183, 84 centimeters tall. And my legs can literally not fit if I sit like here. Look. So I just chose to sit here in the middle of the back row. And this is the bus you can see. It is half full. It's amazing. This is the first bus in Morocco that the AC, or at least the air condition, whatever you call it, actually works a little bit. So that's good. I also just forgot to tell you about what happened in the taxi stand, or in the main area of this station. So I was sitting looking at where should I go, which cities make sense to go to today. And while I was sitting, one man approached me. He was just working in the area and asked me, where are you going to? And I said to him, I don't know where I'm going. Then he looked at me like I'm crazy, because who goes to a taxi stand or a bus station without knowing where they're actually going? So he just looked at me, then I looked at the map a little bit for 5 minutes, then he came back and asked me where I'm going, and then I answered him, and he helped me a little bit. He was working there, so he obviously didn't ask for anything.
Well, I saddled up my shoe, headed out at dawn. Yeah, I saddled up my shoe.
So we have just arrived here in Youssoufia. So right behind me there you can see the bus where we just got left. And I'm then walking to the bus station here in Youssoufia to figure out what time the bus for Casablanca is leaving tomorrow. Let me tell you what happened during the bus journey. I was basically trying to get off one of the small villages just maybe 15 minutes before arriving here in Youssoufia. The problem was, I told them in the beginning that I wanted to get off in Youssoufia. And this place is obviously before Youssoufia, so they put my bag in the behind of like the luggage storage area. So when I got off, they said, no, you have to go to Youssoufia if you want your luggage, because it's in the behind. And obviously, this is not their fault, this is my own fault. But anyways, if I want to go to a village, it's like maybe 2 kilometers from here. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. And just look at the place here, Youssoufia, just a local place. No tourists, nothing, no big attractions. Yeah, let's see how life is here. And I think this is the main road here in Youssoufia. It is pretty good paved. You have the light poles. They are shaped in a weird way, and palm trees. You have some cafes along the way. It is just nice in general. You can see the shared taxi stand behind me. I just asked them if there is a shared taxi to Casablanca tomorrow. And basically they told me that I have to split the journey up. I have to go to a smaller city first called, I think it's Ben Guid or something like that. And then to Satat, and from Satat to Casablanca. So it's going to be a chopped journey. The plan is basically tomorrow to go early in the morning around 7 or 8 a.m. Anyways, now the mission is to find a hotel here in this city. Here you can see that they also have a local mosque in this brownish reddish color. The first place here, Hotel Atlas, they say come back 5 p.m. which is in 2 hours. So I'm just considering to go to the other hotel. All right, so I just came here to the second hotel. And she said that the rooms are full, so there are no empty rooms. But they have like one extreme premium suite for 6,000 dirhams. Almost the same as I paid for the whole trip to Morocco. So I would rather stay in the streets and sleep in the fields than paying that amount. Anyways, let's just try to go to a cafe, relax a little bit, drink some coffee, tea, and then we can go back to the other hotel at 5 p.m. On the other side of the road, you can see some small food stores. I think it's pizza, shawarma, and different kinds of food, but they're all closed right now, maybe because of the heat. Another plan B could actually be just to wait here at the stations or at the petrol stations, as you can see, like here and here. And then if some bus arrives, we can just join the bus to the next destination, whatever it may be. To be honest, guys, this sounded like a better idea in my head to go to this town, but it is pretty boring here. There's not much to do, not really any people here. If I can get my hair cut, I will definitely do it here. But again, it is pretty boring after all. And I've only been here for 10 minutes. So I'm thinking of just going into this cafe. And here you can see the outside of the cafe and the inside. People are watching some goats or farming live videos. And over there you have the petrol station. So I just ordered the tea with the mint tea, also known as the banana. And I'm just trying to break this big sugar cube up into smaller pieces and then mix it in the tea. The tea here is so extremely strong that I needed to ask for one more big sugar cube. So I just finished the tea here, as you can see, and I also drank a little bit of the water. To be honest, this place is extremely boring. I still have 1.5 hours until I can go to the hotel. If it's possible, I'm gonna take a taxi or a bus to another destination, whether it be close to Casablanca or even a little bit maybe west or east from Casablanca. So yeah, you cannot win every time. Most of the times I do experiments like this where I go to some random places. It's really cool, really fun, but this time, unfortunately, it's just boring. Okay, so I thought, why not just show you a little bit more of the city, because there's nothing really too much to do right now. So here you have another side road. Most of the stores are like closed. Here you have tires, you can see. And you have different kind of fruits, melons, apples, so on. You have a slaughtering area where you have chickens. Yeah, it is just a small local town. Oh my god, look at this chicken head. To be honest, I am a little bit confused what to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go, where to stay. But in the end, it's all a part of the journey. And when I'm gonna look back to these hours or these days of my life, I know that I'm going to kind of enjoy the days. Also, you can see here, these are the transportation cars for, I think, chickens or maybe other small animals. And in the behind you can see some of the more local or old style houses. They look pretty torn down. Also, when I vlog here, it is pretty clear that people are a little bit suspicious of the camera. Nobody's saying anything, but they look a little bit like, what is he doing? I just bought this ice cream. I'm going to sit here next to the road, eat the ice cream, and then I'll tell you what I'm gonna do next. The ice cream is also really good. It was only 7 dirhams, and it's so tasty. It's like almost like Magnum. Actually, the same taste. Here you can also see some of the beautiful traditional Moroccan pillows and sitting sofas or couches, whatever you call them. Yeah, guys, people here are really suspicious of the camera. Sometimes when I say hello or assalamu alaikum to some of the people, they just look a little bit suspicious, probably because of the camera. But what can you do? It is what it is. So guys, I'm back here at the shared taxi stand, as you can see. And the plan is now to take a shared taxi, that one, to a small town here called Ben Gadir. From there we are going to maybe go to another town, maybe stay the night. I have no idea. But let's just get out of this place in Youssoufia. There's not really much to do here. Another thing about this town is that it is extremely dusty. Each time the wind blows a little bit, I get dust in my eyes. And I don't even think that the desert is here. The desert is in the western part, in the eastern part of the country. Marzuka, Zagora, and so on. But there's so much dust here. So guys, basically I went from the taxi stand, now I'm in a mini taxi towards the train station. There is a train going from Youssoufia to Ben Gadir. And I think I was the only one going to Ben Gadir at the taxi stand, so I should probably have waited maybe 2 hours before somebody else actually come, because this is a small city. So now we are going to the train station, as you can see. And from the train station we are gonna take the train all the way to Ben Gadir. So we maybe just drove around 5 minutes from the taxi stand, and we have now arrived at the train station here in Youssoufia. You can see Gare de Youssoufia. I have half an hour until the train arrives, so let's go and buy the ticket. Oh. Actually, the train to Ben Gadir goes 5:20 p.m. So I actually have almost 1 hour, but it's okay. What can you do? So this is the track you can see here of the trains. He said that I need to go to the other side to take the train to Ben Gadir. And I bought actually the first class ticket, which is for 27 dirhams. It is also only 1 hour. I thought, why not just show you guys how first class is here in Morocco. It's probably just a little bit more legroom, to be honest, but as you know, as you know from the bus journeys, leg spaces here are so small. Our train is basically going to come from this track, either one of the ways. And let me also show you guys another thing here at the train station. So here you can see the train laying machine, or whatever you call it. And it looks actually pretty old, I think. But the one we have in Denmark is actually quite similar. It's also yellow. I'm no train expert, but at least from my naked eye, it looks pretty similar. And on the other side, from our opposite side of this train, you have some old houses here. Our local people lives just next to the train station. We have around 40 minutes until our train leaves. So I'm just going to go to some of the small stores here. You can also see that they have a cafe right up there where you can sit. It is kind of like a terrace. I'm sitting at the Lychee Cafe coffee place, and you can see it is just a small nice cafe here right next to the train station over there. Even though this destination was not so incredible interesting, I need to say that the journey getting here to this place and now going from this place has been so interesting. Just figuring out, you know, which train to take. Is there even a train here? Are there minivans going? When should I go? What time? All of that is so fun and interesting, and you really grow when you do these kinds of activities. Sitting here at the cafe, I just ordered my mojito. It tastes really good. And I just noticed here in the cafe that a lot of the people, they're students and writing CVs, writing cover letters and so on for job applications. And I therefore just searched that what is the employment rates here in Morocco and unemployment rates, and I found out that around 30% of the workforce in Morocco are unemployed. And if you look at countries like Denmark, it's around 4 to 5%, so it's way less. And there are also countries where the unemployment rate is way higher, for example South Africa, which is around a third of the whole workforce. So you could say that Morocco is in the middle. In Morocco you see so many stray cats. Here you can see one cat sleeping. I think the cat is pregnant also. As you can see here, we have around 20 minutes left because it's 5 p.m. until the train arrives. And here you can see that they also have some more oranges or tangerines in Morocco, which they produce in large amounts. It is now 5:20 p.m. and it seems like the train is delayed. And here you have the train approaching, one of the slow trains of Morocco. It looks pretty good. Old but good. Now the train is starting to go. Slowly but surely. Our first class seat is actually way in the other end of the train. So I'm just going to wait for the people to find their place, and then I'll go to the other end of the train. Here you can see the map of Morocco. The red lines here are basically the train lines, which goes mostly in the northern part, and then you have the blue lines, which is operated by Tours, which is a bus company. I also really like when you just, you know, can stand here. This is awesome. People, they keep putting stuff in the middle of their walking road, even though there are compartments over the heads of the seating areas. So this is basically the first class area. So this is our seat. In first class, it's almost the same as the second class. As you can see, you have the tables here. The seats are a little bit bigger, even though the leg space is actually almost the same because you have somebody sitting opposite to you. The main difference is that there is AC in this compartment compared to the other ones. So let's just enjoy the view. It's almost 1 hour to Ben Gerid or Jadir, and then we'll figure out what to do from there.
Left my baby crying, said she can't live that way. Left my baby crying, said she
So we have just arrived here in Ben Gadir. This is the train station. I think you can take another train here to Casablanca. I'll ask at the ticket counter. This train station looks exactly like the one in Youssoufia, but it is Ben Gadir. Let's see where you can get the tickets. So here you can see there is one going to Fez, 7:30 p.m. approximately, which is in 1 hour. I just bought the ticket to Casablanca from Ben Gadir station. It was 115 dirhams. And as you can see behind me, this is how the station basically is. It is pretty modern and quite nice. So the plan is now to maybe eat a little bit dinner and then go back to the station. I have approximately 1 hour, so it shouldn't be a problem. There is one cafe right here. There is also a cafe there and another cafe there. So I think that I'm just going to try one of those two first. And if I cannot find them, and you have some tourists running for the train. It's funny because this is not a touristy place, but still there are actually quite some tourists in the station here. And also the guys you just saw running towards the train station. So all of the cafes didn't really have any kind of food, only coffee and tea. So I bought just some quick snacks here for the journey from this kiosk. We have around half an hour's wait and then we are on our way to Casablanca. I also just noticed here in Casablanca that they have different kinds of trash cans, recyclable and non-recyclable. This is the first time in Morocco that I've seen this, so pretty awesome. I think it's maybe because we are getting closer and closer to Casablanca, or also known as Dar el Bayda, which is the economical hub of this country. So I'm going to my platform right now. This is like basically the underground road to the other platform. And the train is arriving in around 5-7 minutes. And as you can see, the train is now arriving. I'm now sitting in my seat. As you can see, this is number 107. And this is the view outside.
Till the love ain't chained down, it just comes and drifts away. Yeah. Woo.
All right, we just arrived here in Casablanca, the main station of Gare Voyageur station or something like that. And here you can see the train which we just took. This one is going all the way to Fez. Let me also show you something which I haven't seen in a long time here in Morocco. You can see you have the escalator here, which is nice. Usually they only have stairs in the other areas I've been to. But now we are in the economical hub and the biggest city of the country. This is also a quite big station, so you have departures to Marrakech, the airport, Beni Ansar, so many different places, Tangier and so on. Let me tell you about the timing of the train. We should have been here 9:26 p.m, but it arrived around 9:40 p.m, so around 15 minutes late or so. I just spoke with the guard. He told me go down here into the front, walk a little bit further, and then you'll find a taxi to your hotel for around 15 dirhams. If you take the first one, so those guys waiting in front of the station, then you are gonna be scammed. This is the main station here in Casablanca, as I told you, and you have the old building here, which looks just amazing. You have the clock tower with the watch in the middle. And on the other side, you have the modern part of the station, which looks completely different. This is actually a good representation of Morocco in general. The blend between the traditional style, or the French style, which this probably is, and modernity. So I took a taxi from the train station all the way here to close to my hotel. It's around 5 minutes walk from here. I actually recorded myself ending the video at the other train station. Anyways, I think I'm just going to stop the video here. But something happened in the taxi that I need to tell you, something crazy that I haven't experienced even once in my life in any Muslim country, let alone any country at all. And I've been to more than 50 plus countries. What basically happened, I entered the car and first I smelled the smell of marijuana or hash or whatever you call it. It was basically a lady smoking in the taxi. First of all, both of these guys in the story, they were very friendly. They didn't overcharge me or anything, but still, I'm going to mention the story because as a part of this YouTube channel, I talk about honesty and the reality of different places. So the woman, she basically started talking with me, speaking with me, and she showed me a picture of herself in a bikini. Imagine, in a Muslim country like Morocco, where we have been to the villages, where we have seen people covering their faces, covering their hair, covering everything. And she showed me a picture of her like almost naked. And she showed me pictures of her with Leonardo DiCaprio and I don't know, different kind of famous people. Anyways, this was a crazy experience. This video here in Casablanca is going to be a totally different side of Morocco. It's not going to be traditional. It's not going to be religious probably. It's going to be secular in nature. So instead of stopping the video in the other place, I'm gonna stop the video in this place. Take care, and I'll see you from Casablanca in the next one.
Till the love ain't changed.